But before we get into that, I want to give the audience some background. We last worked together at like a streetwear boutique clothing store, 507 represent. And I remember you, I remember you always had a taste for fashion. And
Yeah.
when we were speaking and working together, I never really got the sense you were in real estate, or never really got the sense you were going to pursue it. So you are now an accomplished 1% realtor in Toronto. What made you transition to a career in real estate?
Yeah. Wow, 507. That's crazy.
Right?
I still love that job. It was definitely different, I think, than any other retail store, I will say.
100%. 100%.
I think the transition, it's funny that you say that because I never really even saw myself in real estate. I think the transition from retail to real estate happened through a lot of things. Funny enough, in high school, I used to always say, whatever I do in the future, I'm going to do real estate on the side, not really knowing what it actually took to be a full-time realtor, but had no real connection to real estate. And then growing up, I was raised by a single mother. So we typically just rented a lot. We lived in different areas of the GTA. We rented basement apartments, which I honestly loved. And, my mom did an absolute, incredible job. I'm really proud of everything that she was able to do for me when we were growing up. So, it wasn't until I think later in my teens she was able to purchase her a condo in North York. And it wasn't until 1 year after that, we were just chatting about something and the condo came up and she said, you know what, I just saw a recent comparable sold in the same building sell for $100,000 more than what we bought it a year ago. Had we had waited, we wouldn't have been able to make the purchase. And so that was the first time for me where I realized, the power of real estate. I was really introduced to how real estate could create wealth for others. Fast forward to 507, I think I was there for about 4 years. And it wasn't until the fourth year that a lot of our clients that come in, number one, were real estate agents. I know a couple of people had friends that had, their own real estate brokerages. And they were saying, have you ever thought about getting into real estate? I feel like you would be good because you're good with people and such and such. And so it was slowly kind of instilled into me a lot in that fourth year, where it was just literally one day I woke up and I said, okay, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And I drove to the ORIA office and signed up, and that was that. So
Yeah, and what was that experience like? Was it challenging at first, or were you a natural just getting right in there? Because you already had a familiarity with sales, and
right.
I've seen you in action. Like it clearly you had a talent for that. But did that help you with real estate?
I think so. Definitely the sales background helped, and not so much the sales it's more so connecting with people. Like, when we were on the floor, we had to greet everyone, that came in. So it was initially just breaking the ice with people, chatting to people, and building a relationship with clients that would constantly come back. And so I think that definitely gave me a leg up and I guess a more, made me more comfortable into heading into real estate. But there was so much more that I didn't know, that when I first got into it, I literally felt like, whoa, I was so out of my league. And it took a big toll on my mindset. I had to readjust my mindset a lot within the first year. And so, after that, after it got readjusted and really just focused on, I guess, being authentic and who I am to the people that I serve, to my audience, that's when things really changed for me.